What does Europe have that North America does not? Wild hedgehogs, 50 Hz electrical, Neanderthal fossils, wild hedgehogs and nightingales, explosive ordnance hiding under rocks, inside trees, buried just under the surface. Every few years you hear about someone in Europe finding a grenade or a bomb with sometimes disastrous, sometimes hilarious results. Unexploded ordnance from 2 world wars. Georgia X200 VO weight. Boobs and shampoo commercials. That €1 I dropped that one time on vacation. Tons of really old buildings. So many people here forgetting that Canada and Mexico are also on the North American continent. The Matterhorn. Multi-opening windows. Tax inclusion in prices. I still don't understand that about American stores. Edit. Thank you for all the replies and explanations. Conclusion. Government bad? Also screw coals apparently lol. What cuisine do you find highly overrated? High-end cupcakes. Gold-flaked cuisine. Oh, I forgot. Whatever that Salt Bae guy peddles. Anything that's depicted in commercials that has people rolling their eyes as they eat it. Cupcakes never taste as good as they look. A baked and frosted lunch. None of them. I'm pretty much a human garbage disposal and need my 3,000 daily calories to break even. Soylent Green. Foam. Steakhouse food. It's some of the simplest food to learn to make, and all the recipes are easily found online. The only hard part is finding a good butcher. As an American, any American restaurant eatery without a specialty. It's all bar food that's slightly better than actual stereotypical bar food. Chili's, Cheddars, Logan's etc. Hell. Actual bar food is probably better honestly. What could you do with $8, instead of wasting it on a blue mark? Buy kebab. I could buy a box of breakfast cereal once a month. Buy 6 items or Dollar Tree. My 6 items: 1 vitamin water. 1 bag of peanut butter filled pretzels. 1 box of tissues. 1 disinfectant cleaner. Hand soap. One of those pens that writes in 4 different colors, but a new battery for the smoke detector and of change left for a chocolate bar. Edit. Please use this as your reminder to check your smoke detectors and make sure they are functioning properly. Take a friend to coffee. More value in that. Wait, and buy Twitter. Buy myself a large iced mocha instead of a medium. Toss in an extra $1 and buy 2 6-packs of Klondike bars at the grocery store. Buy a coffee in Sydney. I could buy 2 bottles of wine from Aldi. A bag of rice will feed a family of 6 for quite a while. What is a show you hate, that everyone loves? Grey's Unlucky. Can one hospital be? Crime procedurals. Every fucking show is the same. All of them. You're cast the leader who knows it all, the quirky lab tech, the tough cop who the leader forms a romantic connection with. The goes against the rules renegade tech, the newbie. Masked Singer. Everyone just acts so cringe on the show, especially the judges or whatever they are. 13 Reasons Why. Just did not want to watch season 2. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I lost interest in The Walking Dead pretty early on. It was just so repetitive after a while. Bachelor, Bachelorette, Real Housewives, The View, Dancing with the Stars, sports talk shows. Grey's Anatomy. Wife loves it, I loathe it. The Bachelor, Bachelorette. What is the appeal of watching a bunch of the opposite sex basically lying, cheating, and stealing for a random stranger? I don't get it. How do you let your frustration out? Hitting the gym. I try to keep myself distracted until I'm tired and then I go to bed. Maybe that's the opposite of letting it out though. I let my frustration out by just wanting to be left alone to cry. Gym. Gaming, asking my wife to ride me through the bed. I play video games. After killing zombies in State of Survival on my PC, yeah, I don't like it on phone, so I use BlueStacks. I feel relieved and way better than from any other activity. Scream FCCCCCCKKKKKK by talking about it. Venting, you know? Because your brain is like a house. If you don't vent, it's gonna get rotten. Violent moshing while listening to deathcore death metal. Needle felting. You make cute little soft dolls and such by getting a little lump of fluffy wool and stabbing IT mercilessly until IT submits to your will. I eat extra food and play video games. 100 by crying. Lifting heavy ass weights. What do you think about removing "In God We Trust" from American money? I don't care whether it's there or not, tbh. I'm atheist. I don't believe in any God. But 4 words are hardly on my to-do list for America. Till it's only been on there since 1957. Hear me out. Start minting all the new ones with "In Dog We Trust" and see if anyone notices. I'm all for it, but don't waste money removing existing references. This isn't a battle worth fighting to me. So many other religious intrusions that matter way more. It shouldn't be there, but on my list of things that need to be changed, this is way down the list. We need to take God out of the Supreme Court and the legislatures first. I think it's justified, but it's definitely not my primary concern. You know what is a primary concern of mine, though? The inclusion of religion in politics and government. Never should have been there to begin with. What is so ridiculously overpriced, yet you still buy? Groceries. Right now? Cars, at least in my area. Brand new cars are few and far between. And it's not unusual to see used cars with prices 10K to 12K above what the price was a year and a half ago. It's insane. Concessions at sporting events. As much as I try my best to eat before I go and resist the urge to buy beer when I am there, some days, seeing others enjoying their beer and food snacks make me say F it and I indulge too. Pretty much all the things I need to stay alive. Razor refills, Warhammer 40K minis, coffee, health insurance, medical supplies, electricity, rent, insulin, my antidepressants. What are major ways to improve your overall mental health besides therapy? Find something to look forward to. It literally pulled me out of depression. Exercise more. This is a fucking tough one if you are a fairly stationary person, but seriously, exercise has massive mental health benefits. Particularly outdoor exercise. Some major ways to improve your overall mental health besides therapy are eating a balanced and healthy diet, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, practicing meditation or mindfulness, spending time in nature, practicing self-care, avoiding drugs and alcohol, being more mindful about your social media usage, spending time in nature and living in moment, doing things simply because I like to, and conversely, not doing things because I don't like to, not because of societal or familial pressure. Spending more time in nature, writing and reading, eating healthily, and exercise. Non-Americans of Reddit, would you consider moving to the United States? Why or why not? Seems like a beautiful country filled with some great people. However, I wouldn't live there until they sort out workers' rights and the health service. No. In the UK I get around 35 days paid leave every year, which I am openly encouraged and in some cases required to take. I get 6 months fully paid sick leave if I need it. My health care is free of charge. Yes, the NHS has issues, but if I wind up needing treatment for cancer, I won't end up with a £1 million bill at the end. I don't worry about my kids getting shot at school. Has anyone here said yes? Can't find one. No. I don't like their health management issues, worker rights and politics. Holidays yes, but not to live. It's far too polarized and feels dangerous. If you could make one thing illegal, what would it be? All telemarketing and spam. I would make children's beauty pageants illegal. I just never grasped the concept and will never understand how parents just want to objectify and exploit their children like this. Why TF are there grown folks judging these little children based on their looks? It's incredibly disgusting and should be banned and made illegal in my opinion. Lobbying and all of the legal insider trading of politicians. Those fucking headlights. For me it's a toss-up between our politicians being able to trade stock and make money outside of their salary, or large rental companies buying up single-family starter homes. Lying in politics. Being a career politicians and spending more time in office than 6 US presidents. Jacking up the cost of insulin. What are your best fighting tips? Run, and if you have to fight, don't play fair. Protect your head. I'm assuming that you didn't start the fight, are in self-defense mode, and the best option of avoiding the fight altogether is not an option. Go with the mentality that there are no rules, at all. Use any and all tools, resources, dirty tricks to end the fight as fast and decidedly as possible. No rules in a street fight. If there's more than one, you'll lose. Best thing you can do is choose one of them and ruin his day in particular. Judge your enemy well, know your limits. And if you need to, leave to fight another day, under better circumstances. What is a good smell that you can't stand? All fake rose-scented items. All of them. Synthetic vanilla smell. Something about it is particularly off-putting, especially some candles that just make me nauseous the moment I enter the room. Car perfume. Fucking nauseous. Chloroform. I fall down every time. Most perfume cologne, though that could be due to people who use way too much of it. The smell of cooking chicken liver or cow liver. It's disgusting. Patchouli, coriander, parsley. I'd quiet just smells. Off to me. Bananas. Absolutely disgusting smell. Any candle scent like clean cotton or fresh linen. Don't know why, but they mess with my sinuses and make me feel miserable. Lavender. It just makes me want to sneeze. That strawberry scent. I'd since when it came around, but oh lord, does that make me nauseous. The smell of sanitizers. What do you call a person who only kills killers? Killer. Serial killer. Dexter. Vigilante. The one who knocks. The Boondock Saints. Punisher. Kira. A killer. Charles Bronson. Executioner. A murderer. A cop. A judge. A state-sponsored executioner. A vigilante. Or a murderer. Depends on context behind it. Dexter. Meta-killer. Not Batman. In fiction? A cliché. Serial killer. John Wick with a pencil. Vigilante. But I guess it would depend on why they are only killing murderers. If he kills killers, would he kill himself? If so, that would make him a suicide. Then he would not kill only killers but also suicidals. Fictional. A tertiary consumer. Executioner. Serial killer. Killer 1. A state executioner. Whatever they want you to call them. A guy I want at my wedding. Kira. Padrino Matador. A murderer. Male Redditors, would you date a single mom? Why or why not? I dated a single mom for a while. 2 kids, ages 2 and 6. Broke up because, well, she wasn't really a good mom. She let her mother, the children's grandmother, basically do everything and she was very hands-off. I just couldn't be around that situation. Felt bad for the kids, but at least the grandma seemed to be doing a decent job. Nope, definitely not ready for a kid. I dated a woman with kids once and swore to never do it again. I stayed with her longer than I should have because I loved the kids even long after I knew it wasn't working with the mother. Breaking up with the kids was harder than breaking up with her. Depends. Does she have extra fruit snacks for me? People who are against the legalization of weed, why? Question for those who think weed should be illegal. All these comments, I think it should be legal, but you're asking the wrong echo chamber, my man. Smoking weed illegally just feels better, you know. I smoke a lot of pot, but I do worry they are trying to make us all stupid. Let's all be honest. Pot doesn't make you smarter, it makes you think you're smarter while you're actually slowly getting dumber. I mean, it's okay if I'm dumb, but who the fuck is gonna take care of me if you all stupid? What covered song is better than the original? Black Magic Woman by Santana, original Fleetwood Mac, and just about anything sung by Joe Cocker. Bitches Ain't Shit by Ben Folds. Tainted Love, Soft Cell. Wild Horses by the Sundays. Jeff Buckley's version of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. Cohen is a great poet, but Buckley was the better singer. Hurt. Trent Reznor himself said it's not his song anymore. Wild as the Wind, David Bowie, the man who sold the world. Nirvana, most covers by Thomas LaCroix. Istanbul, not Constantinople, they might be giants. Respect. Aretha Franklin, The Green Monalishi by Judas Priest. House of the Rising Sun, The Animals. All Along the Watchtower. The He-Man cover of Three Non-Blondes, What's Going On. Pearl Jam's cover of Last Kiss. Eddie's voice brings so much real emotion. I can't listen to this song without tearing up. Shrek 2's Holding Out for a Hero. What do you miss the most about the internet when it was still designed for people and not corporations? Not needing a login account for everything damn thing under the sun. Not being railroaded into apps when the browser version is perfectly fine looking at you. Reddit and Twitter free journalism, either without paywalls, for example NY Times, or with so many ads the page is nearly unusable. Local news sites. Browsing a variety of websites. Seems like the internet has been concentrated into like a dozen websites these days. Honestly, just the fun. It was like the Wild West in the early 2000s, so every time I got on it was nothing but a blast. Now I get on the internet almost out of habit and it's almost never fun. YouTube used to have a huge variety: music shows, movies with little or no copyright policy and no advertisements. Being able to buy things outright and not subscribe to them. Just the way the world worked outside of the internet is what I miss. Neopets. What food or beverage did you try once, and vowed to never again? Coca-Cola with coffee can beverage. I like coffee and I enjoy Coke, but mixing them together sounded to me like it would be utterly disgusting. I naively assumed there was no way this would taste like someone just poured some coffee with cream into your glass of Coke, because only a demented maniac would attempt to market that, but it doesn't. It's honestly revolting. There used to be a candy called burnt peanuts. I only tried them once, when I was a kid. I can still taste that shit if I think about it. A cupcake I had today where I thought the frosting was going to be nice and soft, and it was a creme-filled cupcake, so I was like, yay. I love creme and custard-filled pastries, and it was thick and had the consistency of clay being molded for pottery, and I never felt more betrayed by a cupcake. UV birthday cake vodka. I've never vomited more in one night than after a bender fueled by it. What is better in the US than in Europe? Wild animals. Those fuckers have almost everything and we make do with squirrels and geese. Mexican food. I'm from California but live in Germany. I miss Mexican food more than I miss my family. Wide open spaces in nature. Drop Alaska over a map of Europe and it's insane to think how much wild space there is in the US. The US national parks. There are so many beautiful natural wonders in the US. They are available to everyone, they are protected and well maintained. Living space. The amount of space outside the big cities you have available for housing is just crazy. Barbecue. You guys do good barbecue. Diners. I love diners. Diversity of large mammals. 24-hour stores. ATL East. Here in the Netherlands there are almost no stores that are open 24 hours. 4 hours. What do you want written on your gravestone? So long and thanks for all the fish. Cremated. Just a simple stone to mark the ash interment. He was never a valiant man, now he fits in a tiny can. Don't pray for me, drink alcohol. What's the worst that could happen? I don't want to be buried. I'd like to be decomposed by plants. 2001 2022. Sue dude. LOL, you just wasted 8 seconds reading this. I took your time, nerd. Deal with it. 2000-2022 BRB. Haunting people. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Sudo init 6. My mantra: if this is the worst thing to happen to me today, then I've had a pretty damn good day. Dead guy down here. Here lies Squidward's hopes and dreams. You're next or your name here.